G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm here to present the round three review, and I actually had a good weekend. I believe I haven't checked the rank and all that, but the Hawks won. We won a match. Yeah, you'd love to see it. So, I'm very happy about that. We're not going to see many wins this year, so I'm just going to lap that up. Fucking hell, am I balding or? Yeah, let's just patch that up for the time being. I don't think I am, but yeah, it's looking a bit thin there. Anyway, um, yeah. So one thing I wanted to check before I jumped into the Supercoach review was Sean Darcy. Just checking his CBA. So 75%. I like that. We'll talk more into it. Anyway, let's load up this Supercoach app. I'm praying. I think I've had a good week. Now, obviously, I don't have players like Oliver. I think I had a good week in terms of scoring. I think my lowest scoring player might have even been Wilmot scoring a 69. I believe that was my lowest scoring player, roughly off the top of my head, but it's just more the players I don't own, like a Tim English, a Clayton Oliver. That did hurt a bit. Um, Anyone that has him or captained him, whatever. Will Day, if anyone has Will Day, went nuts. Let's see how he went. Okay, opens that up for whatever reason. 2,114, 40,240. Yep. Okay, I'll take that. 17,000 K increase in season rank. I think I had a good week. What was that? 21,000 round three rank. I thought it'd be a little bit better. I thought I went all right this week, but that's okay. And I won my two drafts, beat Lockie, and I beat Ben from Supercoach Insider, so that's good. All right, let's get into the team. Righto, let's see how we go. All right, Sam Doherty, I thought he was robbed. Time, oh, not robbed, but like when you have 39 touches, kick a goal, 10 marks, and then I just think that's a bit stiff. I know he had the clangers today. Oh, well, yesterday, but yeah, I just thought that was really stiff for him to get an 87. I can understand a low ton score, but 87's a bit harsh in my book. Nick Dacos, 109. Didn't see much of this Collingwood Richmond game. I was at a housewarming on Friday night, but I won't mention many of the players that I didn't see much of. But 109, I'm very happy with that. Looks like he's going to be a top six player. And obviously, this is the first week of the price rises and price downgrades. So, big week there. Jordan Ridley, 96. He was on 27 at half time. And I just thought, oh, you're just doing my head in, mate. But he bounced back with the 96. Yeah, just kept moving around pretty nicely. Got some ball there. So, I'm still not sold on Ridley, but I'll take a 96 this week. Ruben Jinby, 104. He was just brilliant. I caught the last quarter of this game. Yeah, he's just an absolute bull. West Coast have got a ripper for the next 15 years in my book. McKenna started off nicely, but faded off there. Bit disappointing. And as well, this week, I got a good hold of the rookie roulette this week and also missed a lot of the carnage. So, like, I'm so sorry to any Darcy Cameron owners. You're going to have to trade him out. I'm so sorry for any LDU owners. 4 minutes before the game, he's laid out with calf tightness. I can't believe it. So I avoided most of the carnage, which did help. But there are still a couple of players that I don't currently have in my side where it's a little bit shaky at this stage. But Darcy Wilmot, 69. He was on seven. Oh, no, it wasn't 17. It was 25 at three-quarter time. I thought, gee, I'll take a 40 here. He scored a 69. I saw him even in like stoppages, like inside mid stoppages. And I thought, wow, he had a great last quarter. Shame about Brizzy there. Lockie Cowan, 51. I think he's projected to make about 80 more K from here, so we'll just keep a hold of him. Constable got dropped. Gold Coast won, so I don't expect any ins or outs for the Suns. Not sure if they got any injuries. I didn't watch a second of that Gold Coast Geelong game, so I won't comment on that game specifically too much, just only what I saw on the scores. But Constable got dropped. We're just going to have to hope at some point he comes back in the side and we'll see how he goes. So, because his break even is really low. It is a 52. Even if he just comes on as the sub, he'll make quite a bit of coin. So that's all right. Rory Laird, I had as captain. I didn't take Bont's captaincy score, vice captaincy score. So I just took Rory Laird. And yeah, it was a tough week for captaincy. So I'm glad I got that. 114, I'll take that. I think it was on 84 heading into the last quarter. I thought, oh, gee, hope he can do strong there. But in the last 10 minutes of the game, he kicked a goal, which was just fantastic. Marcus Bontempelli is running pretty thin on patience for me in terms of being a vice captain and captain option. Starts off extremely well, but just fades off massively into the second half. So he's got one more week for me as a vice captain option this week against the Tigers. We'll see how he goes there. Tom Green, 100. He's going very solidly. Yeah, nothing spectacular, but got the job done. Errol Goulden, I was at the game. Just didn't see him enough. He kicked a goal, but other than that, he was more on the outside of the contest. But that's all right. He's been good so far for us. Hopefully up for a big score against Port Adelaide this week. Will Setterfield, 82. He dislocated his finger in the last 2 minutes of the game, which was hopefully that's nothing serious. I mean, he's been fantastic this season. This is probably his flaw. I think it was just a bad day for the Bombers. I think the Saints just outdid them there. But hopefully we see more. We see Essendon in winning positions this season, and we get to see him fully flourish. He's still a big part of that Essendon midfield. Jacob Hopper, I used him as a loophole for Oscar Baker. That was fantastic. Will Ashcroft, 80. Solid as you get. Can be a very good rookie for us. He's already gone up about 60k. Cam McKenzie still played a bit off that half forward, and I disagree with that a bit, but Hawthorn won, so I'm just very happy about that. But Cam McKenzie, 89 is, yeah, it's very good. I'd like to see him a bit more in the midfield, so maybe there's more of those 50, 60 scores coming in the future. But that's all right. I guess they're just preserving him a bit. Finn Callahan was my main issue. Luckily, I didn't have him on field, but my God. 37, he just doesn't look the same with those shoulder issues. So he's a definite trade for me this week. He might be my only trade, maybe two. We'll see. Oscar Baker, 95, fantastic. He played a great game for the Dogs. And I think he's made his job security look very good. Alan Davey, 66. I was switching between the Port Adelaide Crows game and the St Kilda Essendon game, so I didn't really get a full read of both of those games. But Alan Davey we'll take that as a score. Sean Darcy, this saved my season. I mean, he was on 91 at halftime, slowed up a bit, got to scored what's that, roughly 41 in the second half. I mean, he had a shot in the last 3 minutes of the game and he just shanked it. Like, it was a pretty easy shot to be made, and that might have put him up to about 142, but whatever. 132 is good. Is it good enough for him to stay on my side? I'm not too sure. There is one particular guy at the Western Bulldogs who is a solo ruck for the Dogs that is really just tempting me. Rowan Marshall, 78, a bit disappointing. Poor Abs Magic. I love his work and he's a great bloke, but yeah, poor bloke, had him as captain. But 78 is very, it's just all right. I still think he's a fine option. Nick Madden's my loophole, didn't really need him. Josh Dunkley, 108. I thought he'd go a bit bigger against his old mob, but I think it was probably good because it was between Bont and Dunkley for vice captain. And it's still a very good score, but I'm glad he wasn't a captain's option. Otherwise, that would have ripped my hair out. Connor Rozee, 126, absolutely smashed it. That is a brilliant score. Maybe could have asked for a little bit more with the Crows, but you can't ask too much. I mean, I had a very good I had a very good spread around the ground here for on-field scoring. Actually, McKenna was my lowest scoring, but everyone has him on field, so it's not that big of a deal. Harry Shea's 120. Unreal, mate. Like, he he increased 106K in price. He's just sensational. I mean, maybe if he can save that half back line, I'll tell you what, he could be a handy 23rd option on the bench coming into the year, but I might need his money. Kate Chandler, 90. I was thrilled about this. He looked fantastic. 3 goals. Didn't get too much of the ball, but he was very effective with it. Very happy with this. I was a bit scared about having him on field this week, but that's all good. So thank you very much, Kate Chandler. You saved me there because I was very nervous having you on field, and I might need you on field for a couple more weeks, which is a bit of a shame, but that is totally fine. I'm very happy with that from Cade Chandler. Radaglia, I was looking at the stats at the G, and he was on 31 at quarter time, and I just thought, oh, here we go. Here's the breakout game that we needed from the great man. 47. Oh, I didn't watch any of this game, but what happened? So frustrating. He was on 31, scored 16 in the next 3 quarters. My goodness. Burgess Green, 51. He's not going to be the greatest rookie in the world. He'll be a bit of a slow burn, but that's okay. Yeah, so where do we go from here with this team? I'm pretty happy with the quick increase of overall rank, but obviously not the position where we want to be. We want to be top 1% this year. I don't think, I mean, you never know, but I feel like I'm 2 moves behind. But to be fair, the next 2 blokes I was looking at after the moves I made last week. What were the moves I made last week? I brought in Chandler, I brought in Setterfield, and I brought in Zeeble for Flanders. I had 246K in the bank for Flanders, Chesser, and who's the other bloke? I totally forgot the other bloke. I don't even know. It might have been. I'm not going to try to remember. If you want to find out, check my round preview heading into this round, and you might have a better view at that. But yeah, so very happy with that. Who's most? Oh no, it's not showing up yet. Right, what are we thinking? So Callahan has to go. 68 break even, I believe. Let's just double check that. Yep, has to go. 1,000%. Now, I'm very thankful that Jack Bowes isn't a must-have this week because, to be fair, I traded Callahan over Jones because I wanted to make sure that I had this. This 19K increase in price came in handy for Callahan just in case I wanted Bowes. But I mean, like a 61. And it's just a bit uninspiring. Not as good with Stu in the side. He had a bit of CBAs, and it's just, I think I'm happy to pass it by. I want to try this. Darcy, thank you so much for this score. Thank you so much. This saved my week, saved almost my season. But I really don't like you long term. And maybe I should keep a hold of rucks that are healthy, but Tim English. I want Tim English so bad. I'm losing points every week with not having Tim English. Even Darcy, Darcy with the game of his life. You're fantastic, mate, and thank you for making you not as cheap as you could have been. Your projected score was 87. You gave me a 132. Brilliant. You won me a lot of my leagues this week. This is all going to depend on team sheets. But I think the bloke did. What did Chesser make? He made 10K. What's his break even? 7. Yeah, he might make a little bit more than I thought. Can we just keep in mind, though, with Campbell Chesser, that what's Oliver's break even? Oh, fuck. Is he not going to lose any money? I probably shouldn't swear. I do apologize. Okay. Oh, gee, I didn't think Oliver would go up in price. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to worry about him at some point, maybe not now. We're just gonna have to hope for a drop in score, but we'll see how we go. He usually doesn't score very well against West Coast away, so we'll see how that goes. Um, Hollands is a bad miss for me. Noah Long's going to make a bit of money. That's a bad miss. I feel so sorry for LDU owners. Will Phillips. Now, as I said, this is all dependent on if he gets picked this week. No Jai Simpkin, no LDU, and he plays inside mid. So this is all dependent. I mean, I do have to get rid of Callahan one way or another, and I'm not sure if I want to make two trades this week, but this is what I'm thinking. Callahan definitely has to go. Don't get me wrong. Phillips, if he gets picked this week and his job security clearly isn't that good, I mean, job security will get challenged a bit this week after the loss against the Hawks. What a side. No, kidding. But Will Phillips, we're just going to have to see if this bloke gets named. Let's pray that he does, because he's going to make a bit of coin if he does stay in the side. So, yeah, Will Phillips would be one for Callahan. Darcy to English, I feel like from this point on, I'm just going to lose too many points. I know English has already had an increase in price and it does suck, but he's a bloke where he could get to 680k and I don't want to lose reach of that. So this is what I'm thinking. Early days. Tim English comes in. Phillips, look, he's probably an emergency now ahead of Baker. What are the I mean, Bont should score well here, but Bont's really let me down the past couple of weeks. I mean, who are the blokes that I mainly trust? When did Dacos? Dacos plays Brizzy. How did halfback score against Brisbane the past few rounds? So I don't think anyone too relevant scored too well for. I think Brisbane might win that game too, so that might help them a bit. Not sure how Melbourne went. Port Adelaide. Yeah. So Dacos is a vice captain or captain option. Who's Laird got? Laird's got the Dockers. I don't mind that. I don't think Freo are going to be that good this year. So I might just swap that. Might be Laird into Bont again. And we're just going to have to hope if Laird doesn't deliver a good enough score, then we'll just have to hold on to see how Bont goes. But he's really testing our patience. Oh, Tim English. I mean, do I trust him as captain? What if he goes down? Here's my issue about who is. He's a very good player, but we got to remember that he's had two pretty average preseason. He's had two or three injuries in preseason. Now, this is just a point chasing trade because, I mean, it might just have to be a thing where we just start him until he goes down. I guarantee you he won't play 23 games this season. It won't happen. He'll go down at some point. But you just got to enjoy the ride while you can with Tim English. And I just think that might have to be the case. So I think, sorry, my leg was dead. But yeah, I think it just might have to be a point chasing exercise. I can't afford to lose too many more points with Tim English without having Tim English on my side if I want to get up in ranks. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Callahan definitely has to go. It's just whether I want to go Darcy to English because I can do that. One rookie to keep in mind is Tyler Brockman. He scored an 89, but we'll have to see how he goes against the Cats on Easter Monday, the Harley Reid Cup. Sorry, Cats fans, but we might just have to keep him in mind because he's 123k, scored an 89. Might have to keep a hold of that for next week because I think his job security is going to be half all right now. So I think this is what I'm thinking as a side. Geelong have got Hawthorn. Radaglia could score half all right, but there's no point trusting this bloke. His break even, it's not that good, but he might go half all right against Hawthorn now, so we'll just have to see. Maybe Radaglia could come to Brockman next week. We'll have to wait and see. Let's check everyone else's break evens. Doherty could be a fraud too, but I thought he was really stiff with his scoring. Yeah, he's going to be like 500k. Tom Stewart. Oh, how did Tom Stewart go? He was on like 89 at half time. So we're just going to have to see. We're just going to have to. What did Tom Stewart score? 167. Oh, I traded him out and he was out for 1 week. I can't believe that. I'm not sure how much I trust that, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But he was my avenue to day cost, so I can't be too angry. So we'll just have to see how Tom Stewart goes this week. But he could drop down to a very juicy price, and he might be the first upgrade target. Is there anything else? Hopper should be back this week. Phillips on my bench. I'd, the issue is I'd love to get Wilmot and Chandler off field. Chandler's doing very nicely though, and hopefully he can just be an on-field option. Wilmot, I'm a little bit nervous about. Hopefully Constable can just stay in the twos unless he gets named, just so I can loop Wilmot and Cowan uh, throughout the week, which would be nice. Gold Coast play on Saturday, so no extended bench sort of shenanigans. Okay, so we'll have to see how that goes. I don't think Gold Coast will bring in Constable though. I think he had like 29 touches in the VFL. Feel like this has been a pretty long video, so I might wrap this up. Let's get involved with the league. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. It's just more the players I don't own, and that's where you need to adjust. So blokes like Tim English, we're gonna have to try to get in. Um, Oliver's a problem, so we're gonna have to worry about that. Anyone that went Will Day was just fantastic. How do I go in the SDS SuperCoach League? Oh, I should probably go to game day. Okay, got a win there. Pretty happy with that. Love you, Jono, but sorry about that. Let's talk Hawthorn. I beat Penang Pete by, I can't even do maths there, but it was about, what, 140 points. So that's all right. And then the SDS Times Pro League, I took good care of Stuart's misfits. Stuart's misfits. Sorry, Ryan there. Beat Spills this week as well in his own league. So, well, and I beat Jono twice, poor bloke. But yeah, look, thank you for everyone that joined the league. Thank you for everyone that watches the videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs before round 1, 2024. Let's see where we stand in the SDS SuperCoach League and the other leagues. We stand second at this stage. So Nick's on top. We'll see how that goes. Good on him. Who's the poor bloke at the bottom? I know nothing. Oh, James, come on, man. You got to get up there, man. And then we'll have a look at the SDS Times Pro League. I'm on top. Where's poor Brad? Oh, he's 16th. Wait, what's his rank? Poor bloke. 73K. Oh, gee, a bit behind from me, but I mean, I'm behind. I'm still behind plenty of people, but yeah. So I'm on top there, and I'm second there. So was I second here? Yeah, I was second here. So pretty happy with that. Thank you guys for watching. This will be uploaded straight away. So look, those are the trades. Let me know how you went this week. Let me know what trades you're thinking of, stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the coming videos. Cheers.